Hey folks, how you doing? I hope everything's good for you and you're doing well. So, as you've probably, if you're following me or subscribed to my channel, you'll see that I've put quite a number of Alan Murphy solos, covers, my covers of his solos on my channel. And I really appreciate the positive support and comments and likes that you've given to those. So I thought it was maybe time to give my take and some of his clean sounds from particular songs, because just as his overdrive lead tone was just wow, really superb, both in the studio and live, so too was his 80s clean rhythm tone. Again, extremely unique and one of a kind. So what I've recorded is the first tune that we're going to work on is the Go West song "Call Me," the indiscriminate mix, and you can see I've got a tiny wee section of it. I hope they don't ban me for using that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play through and give you the guitar, my guitar cover for the Alan's parts, unaffected. And then I'm going to add EQ, compression, reverb, chorus, and a delay that I can hear in his parts for this particular song. Could be wrong, but it's I suppose it's the tone that I would probably strive to use if I was covering this song in a covers bond. So down the left side here, you can see some of the plugins that I've applied to get that sound. You can also see, so Alan was renowned for using three, probably two at one time in stereo, two Fender Superchamp, Rivera era Superchamp amplifiers, tiny wee boxes, but produced an awesome clean and overdriven tone oval amp. I'll show you mine's. Mine's is down here. It looks as if it's mic'd up, but you'll see or you'll hear that I've bypassed the amp, and I am DIing straight in with my guitar lead, DIing my James Tyler custom classic. Wow, how lucky am I to have that guitar. So I used my James Tyler custom classic on that position between bridge and middle, with the bridge and middle pickups split, so you're getting single coil like you would get in a Strat or a Squire Strat that Alan used. So I'm going to play through the tune with the guitar unaffected, and then I'm going to just repeat the guitar track on its own, isolated, no with the backing track, and I'll let you hear the effect that adding those these wee things here: EQ, compression, reverb, chorus, and echo gives to my guitar part. Okay, let's go. too exciting about that very clean, that very dry sound like Ollie. I'll just play it through on its own isolated, and you'll hear just how dull and dry and unaffected it is. Turn that away. Yeah. So, guitar part. So the first thing I usually do when I was doing all his solos, I would record the guitar, no direct in through the amp, through either the Super Champ or my Victory V30, or sometimes I would use my Fractal. Let me just show you that. I sometimes use that. And I've got that wee Boss Wazacraft pedal that I would employ, because it's got a nice option for the Roland rack that Alan was renowned for using, the Roland SDD 320. And maybe I'll show you some Alan Murphy patches on my Fractal with that other stuff. But anyway, but the first thing that I would do would be EQ the track. So let's add EQ and bring it up. So you can hear and you can see that I like taking out a lot of the bass and middle frequencies and just cut ever so slightly the treble, the highs, which makes it quite thin, but I think closer to the sort of sound that Alan gets. So then after EQ I would add compression. The first one is a UAD LA3A compressor. So let's hear what that sounds like, and you can see the way I would set it up. Okay, so then after that compressor I would add another compressor because that's taking off a wee bit of the volume, so I would add a wee bit of volume and gain a sort of boost with the second compressor. The second compressor is again a UAD 1176 Revy compressor, and you can see the way I've got that set up. And this adds a bit more volume and girth to the track. Right, so that's EQ, two compressors. Next up, my plug-in Strymon, which for this particular tune I've used a plate. Again, for Alan's tones, I might use a plate or a hall for the big shimmery reverbs. And maybe a spring and room for the sort of shorter and quicker reverbs that he's renowned for some of his picking parts. But in this occasion it's a plate 5 seconds. So that's it's not too long, but it's long enough decay for the reverb. And then let's add this is a UAD's version of the Roland super chorus rack effect that Alan was renowned for using, and you can see what I've got it for is maximum stereo width, and again let's have a listen to the difference that makes. Okay, and then finally I've got so in this tune, let me isolate, I'll mute my guitar track and isolate the original, because when you listen to Alan's part, there's like a short 1 repetition delay. Let's see if we can hear it. So to my ears, I hear that wee bit of an echo. And what I've done to get that is a dotted 8th note, just on the sort of echo unit that comes with Logic Pro. And it's set for sort of maybe 1 to 2 repeats. You don't really hear the second, it's mainly the first repeat that you hear. And in terms of mixing it, it's about 30% weight compared to mostly dry. So let's hear it with that. There, so that's my take and interpretation on the lovely, clean, highly affected and compressed tone that I think Alan was using for this particular tune, or a close approximation to it. So let's finally let you hear it in the context of the tune, or that wee part of the tune. Anyway, I'm hoping to do more of these. I hope that this has been helpful, and I'm planning to do a few more on specific tunes, like SOS, Don't Look Down, and there's a few others. So anyway, please like, comment, subscribe, and we'll catch you next time. Thank you.